Hey there, friend. Welcome back to English Boost Zone. I'm so glad you're here today. Stay with us, get comfortable, and let's talk about something we all experience but rarely discuss properly: fear. Yes, fear, and more importantly, how to talk about it in English. Now I know what you might be thinking. Why do I need to learn about fear? Well, let me tell you a quick story. Last week, I met a student named Maria. She told me, "I understand English well. I can talk about hobbies, weather, food, but when I'm actually nervous or scared, my English disappears." Can you relate to that? I bet you can. So today, we're fixing that. By the end of our 20 minutes together, you'll know exactly how to express fear, handle anxiety, stay professional when you're nervous, and even help others who are scared. Sound good? Let's dive in. Okay, so imagine this. You're at work, you have a big presentation in 2 hours, your stomach feels tight, your hands are a bit sweaty, you want to tell someone how you feel, but what do you say? Let's start simple. Let's build your fear vocabulary from the ground up, like building blocks. Level 1 is mild fear. Think of it like a small worry. For this, you can say, "I'm a little nervous." Listen to how gentle that sounds. I'm a little nervous, not "I'm terrified," just a little nervous. This is perfect for everyday situations. Or try this one: "I'm worried about this." Simple, right? I'm worried about the test. I'm worried about the meeting. Here's another: "This makes me uncomfortable." Now let's step it up. Level 2 is medium fear. You're more than a little worried now, you might say, "I'm quite anxious about tomorrow." Quite is a useful word here. It means very, but sounds more polite. "I'm quite anxious." Or you could say, "I'm afraid that I'll make a mistake." Notice something? I'm afraid that. This is a pattern. You can use it everywhere. I'm afraid that I'll be late. I'm afraid that I won't understand. Super useful. Level 3 is strong fear. This is when you're really scared. You might say, "I'm really scared about this." Or "I'm terrified." Or "This frightens me." But here's the thing, in most situations, especially professional ones, we don't jump straight to level 3. We usually stay at level 1 or 2. Now let me teach you my favorite technique. I call it the honest softener. You take your feeling and add 2 little words: "to be honest." Listen, "I'm nervous about the presentation, to be honest." Hear how that sounds more natural, more conversational. To be honest shows you're sharing something real, something personal. Let me give you a complete example. Imagine you're texting a friend. "Hey, I have that job interview tomorrow. I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I'm worried I'll forget what to say." Beautiful, right? You expressed your feeling, you were honest, and you explained why. Here's the pattern again. First, state your feeling, then add "to be honest" if you want. Finally, explain the reason with "I'm worried that" or "I'm afraid that." Let's practice together. Say this out loud with me. "I'm nervous about speaking English, to be honest. I'm worried I'll make mistakes." Good, how did that feel? Natural, right? Remember, short phrases are powerful. You don't need complicated words. "I'm worried" works perfectly. All right, let's talk about something deeper now: anxiety and stress. First, what's the difference? This confused me for years. Stress is about something specific. I'm stressed about my exam tomorrow. There's a clear cause. Anxiety is more general. It's a worried feeling that sometimes doesn't have one specific cause. I just feel anxious today. You might not even know why. Now, when you're feeling anxious, your body tells you, and in English, we describe these physical feelings. Let me give you some phrases. I feel on edge. Imagine standing on the edge of something. You're not relaxed. You're tense, alert. I feel on edge today. My mind is racing. This means your thoughts are going so fast, like a race car. Zoom, 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 you can't slow down. My mind is racing with all the things I need to do. I feel overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means too much is coming at you, like a wave crashing over you. I feel overwhelmed by all these deadlines. Now let's talk about physical symptoms. This is so important because sometimes your body speaks before your mind. My heart is pounding. Pound, 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 fast and hard. My heart is pounding before presentations. I have butterflies in my stomach. Isn't that a beautiful image? Little butterflies flying around inside you. It means you're nervous. I have butterflies in my stomach before first dates. I feel tight in my chest. Like something is squeezing you. I feel tight in my chest when I'm stressed. Let me tell you about something I experienced last month. I had to speak at a big conference. That morning, I woke up and thought, okay, breathe. I feel so overwhelmed right now. My mind is racing with all the things that could go wrong. I have butterflies in my stomach, but I can do this. See, I used multiple phrases to describe one experience. That's natural. Now, when you need to tell someone you're stressed, here are your go-to phrases. For casual situations with friends, I'm feeling stressed out. This is getting to me. This means it's affecting you emotionally. I'm under a lot of pressure right now. For professional situations, I'm experiencing some stress about this project. I'm feeling the pressure of the deadline. I'm concerned about managing everything. Notice the difference. With friends, you can say stressed out. At work, you say experiencing some stress. Same feeling, different formality. Now here's a technique I love. I call it the sandwich method. Imagine a sandwich. You have bread on top, filling in the middle, and bread on the bottom. In communication, top bread, acknowledge your feeling. Middle filling, state what you need. Bottom bread, end positively. Here's an example. I'm feeling overwhelmed with these deadlines. That's your feeling. So I'd really appreciate some guidance on priorities. That's your need. I want to make sure I deliver quality work. That's your positive ending. Altogether, I'm feeling overwhelmed with these deadlines, so I'd really appreciate some guidance on priorities. I want to make sure I deliver quality work. Try it. This works in emails, conversations, meetings, everywhere. Okay, let's get real now. Work situations, professional contexts. This is where fear gets tricky, right? Because you can't just walk into your boss's office and say, I'm freaking out. That won't work. So what do you do instead? You upgrade your vocabulary. You use softer, more professional words that express the same feeling but sound more appropriate. Let me show you the transformations. Instead of I'm scared I can't do this, say I have some concerns about the timeline. Instead of this terrifies me, say I'm apprehensive about this approach. Instead of I'm freaking out, say I'm feeling some pressure around this. See the difference? Same emotion, different packaging. Let me teach you 5 golden words for professional fear. Concerned, this means worried. I'm concerned about the budget. Apprehensive, this means nervous about the future. I'm apprehensive about the changes. Hesitant, this means not sure, holding back. I'm hesitant to commit to that deadline. Uneasy, this means uncomfortable. I feel uneasy about this decision. Cautious, this means careful because of worry. I'm cautious about moving forward without more data. These words are your professional fear toolkit. Memorize them. Now let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're in a meeting, your boss asks you about a project. You're worried about the deadline, but you need to express this professionally. Here's what you might say. Thank you for asking for my input. I'm a bit concerned about the project timeline, to be honest. With the current resources, I'm hesitant to commit to the Friday deadline. Could we discuss alternatives? Let's break down why this works. 1. You thanked them. Always start politely. 2. You said a bit concerned. That's softer than scared. 3. You used hesitant, professional vocabulary. 4. You explained clearly why you're concerned. 5. You asked for solutions. This is key. You're not just complaining, you're problem solving. Here's your professional formula. Write this down. I have some concerns about X. Specifically, I'm worried that Y. Could we solution? Let me give you 3 examples. I have some concerns about this approach. Specifically, I'm worried that we might miss important details. Could we schedule a review meeting? I'm feeling apprehensive about the budget. I'm concerned we might run short. Could we revisit the numbers together? I'm hesitant about the launch date. I'm worried we haven't tested enough. Could we extend the timeline by 1 week? Practice these, pause the podcast, and try creating your own sentence using this formula. Remember, in professional contexts, always pair your fear with solutions. This shows you're not just worried, you're thinking strategically. All right, we've learned how to express your fear, but what about when someone else is scared? What do you say? This is so important because responding well builds connections. It shows empathy. It makes you a better colleague, friend, and human. Here's your 3-step system. Step 1, acknowledge. This means you recognize what they said. Simple phrases. I hear you. That sounds stressful. I understand why you'd feel that way. Step 2, validate. This means you tell them their feeling is okay, it's normal. For example, it's completely normal to feel nervous. Anyone would feel anxious in this situation. You're not alone in feeling this way. Step 3, support. This is where you offer help. You might say, how can I help? What would make you feel better? Let's figure this out together. Let me show you all 3 steps together. Imagine your colleague says, I'm really anxious about my presentation tomorrow. You respond, I hear you, that sounds really stressful. It's completely normal to feel anxious about big presentations. What specific part is worrying you most? Maybe we can break it down together. Beautiful, right? You acknowledged, validated, and offered support. Here are more supportive phrases you can use. I get it. I've been there. That makes sense. You've got this. You're more capable than you think. We'll work through it. Would it help if we practice together? What if we created a checklist? Now let me tell you what not to say. These phrases are terrible, even though people say them all the time. Don't worry, this is unhelpful. If they could just stop worrying, they would. You're overreacting. This is dismissive. Never say this. Just calm down. This is frustrating. No one has ever calmed down because someone told them to. It's not a big deal. This invalidates their feelings. For them, it is a big deal. Instead, remember, validate first, then help. So let's connect everything we've learned today. Let me tell you one complete story. Meet Sarah. This morning, Sarah woke up nervous about a presentation. She texted her friend. "I'm nervous about today's presentation, to be honest. I'm worried about forgetting my points." See, she expressed her fear politely using what we learned in part 1. At her desk, Sarah felt her anxiety building. She thought, "My mind is racing. I feel on edge. I need to take a few deep breaths." She recognized her anxiety using the phrases from part 2. In the afternoon meeting, Sarah needed to speak up about a deadline problem. She said, "I have some concerns about the timeline. I'm hesitant to commit without more resources. Could we discuss options?" Professional context, professional language, that's part 3. Later, her colleague Tom approached her. "Sarah, I'm really anxious about my part of the project." Sarah responded, "I hear you, Tom. That sounds stressful. Let's break it down together. How can I help?" And that's part 4, responding with empathy. See how it all connects. In one day, Sarah expressed her own fear politely, managed her anxiety, spoke professionally at work, supported a colleague. This is real life. Every single day we feel fear, express it, and help others with theirs. All right, friend, we've covered a lot today. Let me give you your quick takeaways. For expressing fear, start soft with "I'm a bit nervous," add "to be honest," and explain why. For anxiety, name physical feelings like butterflies or racing heart. Use phrases like "on edge" and "overwhelmed." For professional situations, use softer words like concerned, apprehensive, and hesitant. Always offer solutions. For supporting others, acknowledge, validate, support. "I hear you, that's normal, how can I help?" Your homework this week, use one fear phrase in a real conversation. Notice when others express fear. Try the sandwich method once. Validate someone's feelings. Remember, you're not just learning English. You're learning to communicate your real, authentic self, fears and all. Fear is universal. We all feel it. The difference is learning to express it clearly, politely, and effectively. Thank you so much for spending these 20 minutes with me. I'll be back next week with another topic, but until then, keep practicing, keep expressing, keep being honest. You've got this.